Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from Shomu's Biology. In this video we are going to talk about this idea that qualifying CSIR NET without even touching part A. Many students have asked me this, sir, I fear part A. This word, general aptitude, reasoning, arithmetic aptitude, biology students fear these things. But to be honest with you, the part A topics are not that complicated for the CSIR NET syllabus. In fact, you can prepare part A by giving only weekly 2 hours, and you can answer 10 questions correctly in the examination, score 20 marks from part A. Yes, it's true. How to prepare part A? For that we have a separate video. But in this video, I am going to make this video for those who don't want to get part A. Isko kaata maar dete. They don't want to prepare part A and they ask me a question, is part A necessary? It is compulsory. Is it compulsory? The answer is, for you, no, it's not compulsory. So, in CSIR NET we have part A, part B and part C. None of them are compulsory. One can qualify without touching the others. So if someone has good concept of part A, they get 30 out of 30 in part A, 100 in part C, so 130 qualified for JRF without touching part B. Now if you want to qualify the examination without part A, so get rid of part A, so 30 marks, you are leaving 30 marks, right? Part B 70 marks, part A 100 marks. So in total you are preparing for 170 marks, right? You are targeting 170 as a total marks, not 200, because you are leaving part A. So the question is, can you qualify? Can you? The answer is yes, you can. How much easy or difficult it is? The answer is, it will be difficult, because you are leaving 30 marks from the first day. I know students, even like very few of my students also qualified JRF with a good rank even without touching part A. So if you are not touching part A, you are only focusing on your subjective topics of all 13 units for part B and part C preparation. That is something that you are doing. Try to understand. The whole load of your preparation will come on your subjective preparation, part B and part C. So you cannot make mistakes, silly mistakes in part C. You cannot make even a single mistake in part C, and you cannot mistake most of the question in part B, because automatically you need to score more than 120 out of 170 here. So you have 50 marks to spare. 50 marks to spare. So make sure you answer all the questions from part B and part C and make least negative markings. Attempt almost all the questions from part B and C and make least negative marking to increase your chance of getting a JRF, because you are already excluding 30 marks from your overall marks of CSIR NET examination. Got it? So at this moment what you need to do, so I would suggest you need to score 100 out of 100 in part C, and then you can score somewhere. So even if you attempt 25 questions in part C, let's say you correctly answer 22 questions, so you will get 88 marks minus 3 marks for 3 wrong answers, 85 marks. And among 35 questions you answered 30 questions correctly. Okay, you answered 30 questions and among them 25 were correct. So 25 into 2 will be 50 minus 2.5, 3 I'll consider 47. So then you will get 85 in part C, 47 in part B, you can get 131. That is enough to fetch you a JRF. So I already gave you an illustration. I already gave you this illustration. If you are targeting to qualify CSIR NET without part A, then you need to attend all 25 questions in part C. Among them, let's assume you correctly answered 22, 3 questions were wrong, you get 85 marks after deductions. And in part B, among 35 questions, you are answering 30 in part B. Remember, in part C, you are answering 25 out of 25 and 3 wrong. Here you answer 30 and 5 wrong. So 25 correct into 250 minus 2.5 for the wrong deductions. Approximately 3 marks I deducted, 47. Then you get 131, which is a very good score. Not only you qualify this exam, but you will qualify with a rank between 25. That is your target. That should be your target. 3 wrong chances in part C. You will have 3 wrong chances in part C and you have 5 wrong chances in part B. Don't prepare part A. You fear part A, leave it. Forget it. Prepare only your subject so that you can attempt 25 questions in part C and you have 3 questions to 3 errors to be accepted. While answer 30 questions out of 35 in part B, 5 errors are accepted. Still you can get a score that will fetch you a rank between 1 and 25. Do it. Don't bother about part A. Do it. But for this, if you ask me, for preparing part B and C, can we do that by preparing only 6-7 units? I would suggest definitely not. You need to prepare at least 10 units in order to attend 25 out of 25 questions and 30 out of 35 questions in part B in CSIR NET examination. At least 10 units. What are those units? What are those units? You need 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 4, 13. These 10 units, these are the 10 units that you must prepare for subjective part B and part C preparation. Then only you will be ready, then only you will be equipped to qualify the examination based on the pattern that I mentioned, based on the scorecard that I mentioned. That's how you can prepare without part A. Is it possible to qualify? The answer is definitely yes, possible to qualify. How to do it? I already mentioned. I believe you got this idea. And if you need these 10 units, high yield units, and the name of the topics from these high yield units, how to prepare these high yield units in 6-month time frame, in 4-month time frame, in 3 months time frame, then you need to get one little extra step of joining our online coaching program from Shomu's Biology. Sorry, but I can't give you everything here at YouTube. There are some paid products like our online coaching. The fees is stagnant for the last 6 years. We haven't increased our fee. Same fee for 6 years, 2 years validity. Hard copy materials will be delivered at your address. Test series included. What else do you want? Join 9804654228 www.shomusbiology.com and download our Shomu's Biology application from Play Store. See you there in the next video.